Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth daily coverage of your Green Bay Packers every day, Monday through Friday. Don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Great to have you with us to talk a little Green Bay Packers football today. Our subject today: how did the Packers fare with their own 2024 free agents? A year ago during the offseason, the Packers parted ways with three different players who played key roles for the team. And you know what? I think Brian Gutekunst actually did well and figured out the right move with all of these players. Coming in at number 3 was inside linebacker De'Vondre Campbell. And Campbell, he earned all pro honors back in 2021. That was his first season with the Packers, but he wasn't able to sustain that level of play after that first spectacular season. And it was clear by the end of 2023 that Campbell was not happy with the coaching staff, that he had sort of worn out his welcome in Green Bay. And then when you let go of Joe Barry and bring in Jeff Hafley, and you then switch to a 4-3 defense, Campbell was more of a guy equipped to play and used to playing a 3-4. It didn't seem to be a good fit, and so it just made sense to part ways. So what ends up happening? He signs with the 49ers, and things don't go particularly well for him there. He played 13 games, starting 12, but he wore out his welcome in San Francisco before the end of the season and left on bad terms with them. And, no interceptions, no sacks, was a liability in coverage, really did not have a strong season with the 49ers. And then, of course, the Packers more or less replaced him in the draft with Edgerrin Cooper, who cost the team a lot less money and really outperformed De'Vondre Campbell during the 2024 season. And now Campbell, again, a free agent. He's burned bridges with a couple of teams now. And, you got to question whether or not his career is maybe on the downswing. Not even clear whether he'll be able to sign with another team for 2025. Coming in at number 2 is another, I think, obvious decision, and that was offensive tackle David Bakhtiari. And Bakhtiari remains an all-time favorite Packer. He was a great part of this team for so long, but unfortunately, injuries, specifically his banged-up knees, kept him off the football field. And he played in the season opener in 2023, but then that knee injury that had surgery, it kept swelling up. He opted for another surgical procedure to clean up the knee, and he ended up missing the rest of the 2023 season. Now, that knee injury initially dates back to an injury in practice right before the 2020 season finale. He only managed to play one game in 2021. In 2022, he was back for 11 games, but only one, as I mentioned, in 2023. And he had a big cap hit, and the Packers just had to move on from him. Did not make sense to bring David Bakhtiari back in 2024. Does not change the fact that he is going to be in the Packers Hall of Fame once his career is over. And let's face it, after sitting out, he was a free agent after the Packers let him go, did not end up signing with any other teams in 2024. Now, is that because he couldn't pass his physical? We do not know that. Whether he tries to make a comeback in 2025 or his career is over, that all remains to be seen. But as of right now, David Bakhtiari, I would say his career, even though he hasn't officially retired, it's pretty much over. And I would wish him all the luck in the world in the comeback if he were to do it, as long as he wasn't doing it with one of the Packers' division rivals. Rasheed Walker stepped in after Bakhtiari was injured, started all the rest of the games except one in 2023, started all the games in 2024. And while Walker is not the elite player that Bakhtiari was when he was healthy, he has turned into a solid starting left tackle, done a good job of protecting Jordan Love's blind side. And again, financially and because of the injuries and the performance and the place that Bakhtiari is at in his career, again, this move made sense and there really wasn't any logical alternative. The toughest of the three, and this ranks at number one, is running back Aaron Jones. And Jones gained more than 1,000 yards in 3 of his 7 seasons with the Packers. He was a locker room leader. You saw in 2023 how important he was to the team. The Packers went on that run late in the season, and that coincided with Jones being healthy again and being ready to play and going over 100 yards in each of the last 5 games he played with the Packers, 3 in the regular season, 2 in the playoffs. And look, Jones signs with the Vikings, ends up having a solid season, gains 1,138 yards, catches 51 passes for 408 more yards, and stayed healthy in all 17 games. So good for Aaron Jones. But the Packers replaced him with Josh Jacobs. And it was a money dispute. The Packers said they wanted Aaron Jones back, but Jones, he took a pay cut to stay in 2023 rather, didn't want to do that again in 2024. You bring in Josh Jacobs. He gained more yards than Aaron Jones on the ground, scored more touchdowns, and is more of a bigger bell cow back, a guy who can get the ball 20, 25 times a game without worrying as much about him getting injured or worn down the way you had to pace Aaron Jones. He's also 3 years younger than Aaron Jones. And I think his between the tackles running style was better suited for the interior of this Packers offensive line and the style they want to block with. And the result was more productivity with a younger player who was going to be there again next year and probably the year after, and just gave the Packers another a different dimension that I think was the right move. So on all 3 of these free agents last year, Brian Gutekunst did well. Now the question is, you've got the Jair Alexander situation, you got Josh Myers, you've got Brandon McManus, you've got TJ Slayton. How will he handle the unrestricted free agents and the Jair Alexander situation this year? And how will it compare to what he did a year ago? Don't forget, again, to hit the like button and to subscribe. We bring you more videos every day, Monday through Friday. Take a deep dive into the Packers. You could also check out our website for articles about the Packers every day, Monday through Saturday at thepackerspost.com. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. And of course, go Pack, go.